Hello and welcome to Cutter Farms. We're back with another episode of Farmville, North Carolina, and today we're going to be tackling our last harvest of this series, the last field, the last harvest, and we're going to be leveraging a bit of courseplay to do it. So let's go ahead and fire up the map here. We're going to create a job using the courseplay fieldwork mode, field position right in here. And let's go ahead and generate a course. I think 4 headlands is what I did on the other field, and it works so well. So I'm going to go ahead and generate with 4. We're going to attempt to have it use the sharp headland corners here. We'll see how it works. I am going to use lands mode. We'll do 6. We got a pretty narrow header, and longest edge. We'll see if the up-down direction works for us here. Generate. Boom, looking good. This is gonna work out perfect for us, I think. Let's go ahead and fire this off. I'm going to get this opened up just a smidge so that I can circle us around and get pointed the right way. And the goal today is to see if we can fully automate this field with courseplay. It's been a little bit since we tried that. Now, this combine and header, I've had issues with how it detects the edges of the field and turns, especially on the headland passes, so I'm not entirely sure if we're going to be able to pull this off or not, but that's what we're going to try. We'll see how it goes, and we might have to just babysit the combine a little bit here, especially starting off. We'll find out, but with these sharp corners like this, I'm really hoping that the sharp mode was going to work better than that. We're already off to a terrible start. I'll go ahead and handle this curve and set him back on the way. If I remember right, it's something to do with how the AI works on the header. There's some things that we need to figure out how to get set up on that still that we haven't sorted out just yet. We did miss a couple of rows. We'll clean up the rows of shame here after we're all done, but it looks like we're currently off to the races. Once we get the field opened up, we'll get the grain cart over here and set that guy up to be automated as well. And then we'll be able to just drive the truck on out here into the field and park it on the headland and have everything just take care of itself. At least that's the dream. It looks like these curved corner parts seem to work all right. It's going to be these ones where we need to come to the 90 degree and there's just a tree or something here on every single one of them. So let's help courseplay out here again. We might as well clean up the row of shame over here since we're here. And it looks like we might actually be pulling it off here for this corner. We took the corner off and then pulled ahead and backed up. That worked actually really well. So when there's not something in our way, courseplay seems to be figuring it out. Let's give it one more shot to do it on the other corner here and see if this is repeatable. Although we are starting to get full here. Maybe we'll grab the grain cart and I'll try to unload on the headland pass here while we've got a grass ditch to work with before we get up to the corner. If I can go fast enough and not take out the tree or take out the auger with that tree, I think we can just make it up here in time. This is, whoa, turning into quite the ditch though. That was unexpected. The rest of it was much shallower, but we've got just enough clearance here to get up under this auger. And I'm going to let this guy go ahead now and do his thing. We got a good amount out of the hopper there, hopefully enough to keep things moving. And yeah, he's doing the backup maneuver here, getting squared away. Not bad, courseplay. All right. Well, I think he's going to make his way around all the curvy bits up there without any problems. I'm going to put this auger in because I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to follow him down to the other corner of the field here and unload at some point. And maybe we won't, maybe we will, but either way, I'm going to park this guy here and we'll come up here and follow along. There's not really a good external camera spot. We turn our HUD back on, you can see we're getting pretty good yields here on the precision farming map. It's not changing too much, a little bit of variation, but yeah, we're doing good here. We're gonna make a lot of corn off of this field. We are missing the occasional stalk on the side here. Probably should have set the overlap percentage a smidge higher on the headland passes here with all the curvy bits and whatnot that we've got, but that's all right. I'm looking forward to getting over to UMRV and doing some dairy. We're going to be putting the Hool Tinker Pack to good use over on that map as well. I think we'll have a lot of slurry to spread. I'm trying to figure out if we should magically transport all that slurry that we've got over to the new map with us, just so we've got some of that to work with right out of the gate. I don't know. There is no BGA on this map, and I'm not going to spend the money to put one down just to try and do something with all the slurry we've got in our pits of hog manure right now. So it's just one of those random things that I've been thinking about and not sure what we're going to do with it. But we've been enjoying the harvest so much watching the combine drive around that I've forgotten that we need to get this grain cart up there and start emptying it here soon. We're already at 75%, I think, when I tabbed out of there. We need to get up here and, that's why we haven't gotten the notification. The shed is still in the way for the sharp corners, not quite enough space for this guy to pull off his maneuver. So let's hop in here, we'll take back over. I guess in this case it was a gal. I've got this helper mod installed that lets me have real names for our workers, and I just haven't really gotten a chance to explore it in more detail and take advantage of it. I think my goal was to actually start having the helper names be channel members, so that if you join the channel as a member, you get to have your name as one of our workers. And it looks like there was multiple courses back there. And the combine thought that I started him off on the 3rd round course. But we want to pick up the 2nd headland pass here for sure. So let's back it up, and start down the appropriate headland pass here. Because otherwise I am not going to be able to empty this guy. There we are. Or gal, I suppose this is going to be Elizabeth still. And yeah, this is going well. I think now that I've got 2 passes off, the 3rd and 4th pass should be able to go off without a hitch. I think it's going to be able to make the turns it needs to make without running into anything after we get past, I think, this corner right here that we're coming up on, because it did have a problem with that tree being there, but we'll see. Man, we've got a good amount of corn coming out of here already. I'm going to let him figure out how to do his thing here, hopefully. I'm going to go ahead and dump this off into the grain truck so I can run it up to the mill and get the truck moving. And I think we'll be at a point where I can set the grain cart driver off on automatic mode here as well. So I think what we'll do, I'm waiting for that combine to get past the corner here, and I will put this guy out in that field and say unload combine and just let him figure it out, and then I will run the grain truck up to the mill, and hopefully by the time I come back everything will still be in order. Unloader too far away from the field. Say what now? Field's position here. Start job. It helps when you tell it which field you want it to do its thing in. Where is it going? I'm not a big fan of this. We shouldn't be out on the road. I think something's wrong. Alright, cancel job. Oh, I see the problem. Stop. We've got a target position set on this guy, and that is going to the wrong field, so it was using the road network to try and navigate to a different part of the map. Let's try this again, shall we? Field position, I'm going to put it right there. Target position, we're going to put it right there. Unload combine, start job. There it is. Now he should just sit around and wait until the combine calls for him. I think that's going to work out, and we're going to jump in here and haul this up to the elevator. Now, ideally, I would get in a full auto drive course running for this. However, I don't think we're going to have to make that many trips. So maybe we will create the auto drive entry, though, for the mill when we get up here. Let's do that. All right, so let's get auto drive up here and in edit mode. Last time we had the path that came into the hog mill for the feed side. Now we're gonna need to create one that goes into the corn side. So let's get somewhere right in here. I'm gonna back up a smidge. I want to be on this path. And then there's a way to create what's called a secondary node, I think, or a side road, which is called left shift here. That way it won't try to use this. I know we're about to be done with this map, but just for simplicity's sake, we're going to use that shift click mode, and we should only try to go on this path if we need to go to a destination on this path, I think is how that works. I'm going to go ahead and dump the corn as long as we're here, though. And then we're going to pull ahead. I need to get a point that's a little bit further along here to actually have auto drive do this correctly. And I think I need it to be far enough along for both trailers. So let's pull this forward, and I'll create a new point right here. Oh, I want to just a little bit more. We'll wait till we're done unloading here. Or maybe I'll just move that point. So I want this to be... called that other one hog mill, and we'll do corn for this one. And I'm gonna finish making it, and then we'll just drag it forward a little bit, I think is the easiest path. We'll stop recording here, and then can I shift click? We'll go here to here, and I think I just shift click that. There we go. That's a whole secondary path, and this was our node, so I'll pull that forward a little bit. Perfect. So we're all emptied out. Let's drive back up here to the farmyard, get that guy going. I think I saw our worker is confused, or maybe this guy is in the way. I don't know which, so I'm gonna stop this one and back up. Oh, we're full, and the grain cart wasn't able to get in there because of the curve, it looks like. All right, that makes sense. Well, I'll just jump in here and get the combine going. Might as well get rid of edit mode here on auto drive so I don't have to look at all of that annoying stuff. Combine's gonna do its square corner thing here. Nice. I'll just flip this around. We'll wait up here for it to catch up. I think we emptied enough that it should be able to do that. Just waiting for the combine to get ahead of me, and then I'm gonna start this back up like so, and we'll jump over here. I'm gonna stop auto drive. We're gonna get the auto drive course back out, and this is a perfect opportunity to just do it like so. And this is going to come right down onto the side of the field here, like so. And we'll add a, what is this, field 1? Field 1. And then I want to swing back around here while it's still shallow. And right back into the auto drive network like so. Oop. We're going to connect this to there. And I'm going to back up just a little bit more. I'm going to connect this one into here. And I'm going to connect this one into here as well, using the cool mouse rolling technique. It's just to give us some options. I know this is probably the last episode here, but you never know. You never know what you're going to need to do it's always good to just get in the habit of building these things out the right way. And let's see here. I don't need edit mode anymore. We're going to do a pick-up and deliver here, or is it load? We want corn. I think it's pick up and deliver. So here we're going to pick up at field 1. We're going to deliver to Hog Mill corn, like so. And I'm really hoping that this opens up the tarps for me when we pull up here to the point. It does. I'm just making sure we're going to have enough straight to get the whole truck on. It looks like we are. Perfect. Everything is starting to come together here. This is good. This is good. Let's go check in on the grain cart driver now and see if it's going to be able to handle unloading the combine. We're doing a lot better job on the corners of our headlands and stuff with the combine on this short corners mode. We're only leaving a couple of stocks where I feel like we usually leave quite a few. The smaller header makes it harder to get a good overlap on headlands. With a bigger header, you can crank that overlap percentage up a bit and not feel like you're wasting quite so much energy. We're getting pretty full here, and this is a short row. I don't know how this is going to work out, actually. I hope the combine can make it around the curves and get onto that longer row there. Because if the grain cart tries to get right up next to him when he's on the corner, it's going to be problematic. But we are at 90% here. We'll see if our grain cart driver can figure this out. Here he comes. Prepare to be impressed, folks. I'm waiting to be impressed still. Maybe it's just going to wait till it stops at this point. We almost made it to the longer, straighter rows. I like that the grain cart driver waits for the pipe to come out now, because I have seen problems with the combine crashing. Oh, we are getting a little close to the combine there, but I think that's because it was at this weird angle. Oh no, we're actually pretty tight here. Let's see if I can adjust the offset horizontal. Like to be maybe 2 feet to the side, like so. That looked pretty good. And will the grain cart be able to unload into the grain truck as the next part of this test? I think it will, and we'll be off to the races here. This is already going to fill up the back hopper of this truck. I'll be curious to see what happens when we get it all filled up here. Nice. There's the back hopper. Now, I can't remember. Will it start to load the front hopper, or will it just go back to trying to unload the combine again? I think it's going to go do something else by the looks of it. Where are you going? This guy loves to drive out here on the road. Oh, we're going to go jump into the front hopper on the truck. Okay. I guess. After it does that, I think that combine's going to be getting pretty close to full here. So I'm hoping it goes and unloads on the combine. But it did seem to figure that all out, so bravo. I think I'm going to back this down so that if it's ever sitting at 85%, it'll go and empty into the truck, because the truck doesn't need a full grain cart to keep going. It just needs part of a grain cart. I think 85% is enough to fill one of the 2 hoppers. Obviously, if it's unloading and it gets to 100%, it'll do that, but I think this is going to be the best mix. Not that this field's going to take that long with the combine moving nonstop like it is. I have to say, things have definitely improved over some of our earlier attempts at course play on this map and with this equipment. We're almost done with our 4th headland pass here, so we'll be starting on the up-down rows any moment. Be curious to see how that plays out. And we're getting here just in time. It looks like the combine is almost full. Convenience, that's working out great. Let's see if we can finish emptying him before he goes to cut in to do the lands mode. I'd like to make sure the combine has an empty hopper when it tries to go the length of the field there. And it looks like the combine got emptied. Grain cart's gonna sit here and wait. And I can't recall, I think the combine is gonna do these short rows next. We can actually adjust what you can see with the course place, so you can see where it's going to in the short term. This is the course that it's actually on, and then you can turn it on to see all of the courses now with the click of the button. So I kind of like the ability to have these in-betweens, and then the yellow one is just the start and end points, which is also handy sometimes. But in this case, knowing what part of the course we're doing next is kind of what I was curious about. So we're going to go up here to the end of the field. Looks like we might take off the short rows up here on the other end of the field. All right, let's get rid of all these lines. I don't like having all the different UI elements up on the screen sometimes. It gets to be a bit much, a little disorienting for sure. But you can't beat the feature function of having some of these mods, especially when you want to run a bunch of pieces of equipment at the same time. I love having workers on the farm. Yep, it looks like we're stuck, or what's going on here? Just putting out the auger. Waiting to unload. Maybe it's going to wait to unload before it cuts in now? I don't know. I don't want to mess with it because it seems like things have been working. So I'm going to trust course play, and we're going to see what's happening here. Because we're only 32% full, so I wouldn't have expected an unload just yet. But if we are going to cut into a new lands mode, maybe that's what it's trying to accomplish here. I don't know, the grain cart just suddenly had a change of mind, or figured out it was not quite lined up. Tell you what, worker Andy, I'm going to wait until you're lined up again here. And then we're going to quick take over. Oh. And we're just going to unload him so that the course play driver's happy, hopefully. So this is the one part that's been just a little bit wonky still. I don't understand what was going on just there. But I'm going to get out of the way, and we'll see what the combine decides to do. He's chasing me down. He was definitely waiting to get emptied there for some reason. I'm not sure why. All right, well, while he does that, let's go ahead and just empty this into the front hopper. I don't know if this is going to fill up the truck, but we're here. We took over. We might as well figure it out. But yeah, not enough to fill up the grain truck. That's all right. I'm going to run this back down there. Driver can't reach hog mill corn. Oh, interesting. I wonder if I forgot to hook a point up somewhere. He was obviously set up to try and start driving before he was full. So I'll have to check out that auto drive course in a little bit more detail in a minute here. That's all right. I want to get him full first. So I'm going to run this grain cart down here. We're going to unload the combine. I don't think I'm going to make it before he's done with these ultra short rows. And let's come up here and look. We're only 85% full on this guy. I need to look at the auto drive settings because I don't want him unloading at 85%. I would prefer if we did that a little bit later. 85%. We want this to be we'll say 99%. Apply. And go. Alright, he's not going to go anywhere just yet because we're not there yet. Alright, that's okay. Alright, this guy's cutting through, so I can't unload him just yet. Let's turn off all the auto drive notifications. I guess we will run up here and at least dump into the truck. with what we've got. I don't think it's going to put us at that 99% that I wanted to be at, but we ain't got anything better to do, and it'll save us the grief of waiting for Courseplay to drive this guy down here to start unloading the combine. As soon as we cut through, I'll be able to get the rest of this corn we need. There we are. This guy should be able to do the turn without hitting the grain truck. Oh yeah. Sometimes things just work out. Even when we're having problems, it's always good to recognize when there are times that things are working. Okay, so auto drive guy is now good to go, but he can't reach Hogmill. I wonder why. So what we're gonna do, close down that window, we're gonna put this guy back on auto mode, and then we're going to jump into the truck here. Yeah, I'm gonna follow this auto drive course a bit and see why we can't find the hog mill. So all of these points are obviously connected. We must have a point back here somewhere that didn't get connected, but it looks like it's all hooked up. Right here is all hooked up. Can't reach hog mill corn. Alright, so we're up here. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. I'm going to set this back to corn. And, oh, son of a gun, I did forget to hook that up. Look at that. Alright, so if I click from here to here, I bet if I hit go now, we're going to be good to go. Frustrating. We could have just had this guy be all automated and not worried about it, but it is what it is. I really should make this other route a secondary route as well at some point, but again, this is one of our last episodes here. I don't see a lot of point in cleaning this up, but as we move forward and we use auto drive more and more, we're going to continue to leverage some of the functionality here, because it's really makes it work a lot better. It solves a lot of the problems that people have had with you know, auto drive and multiple vehicles colliding and stuff. And as we move into a big 4X map like UMRV, we're going to be running a lot more trucks, a lot more grain out of our fields, and hopefully get back to being a, you know, multi-combines on one field kind of playthrough. I'm really excited to play on a farm where we can stretch our legs a little bit. Now I'm looking here, it looks like we hit our point and we're not far enough forward to unload that back trailer. So I'm going to pull this up a bit and just see if we can resolve this a little bit. We need to make sure we've got a reasonable course after the fact. So I'm going to just drag all that, and then nope, we're trying to deliver corn. Is that going to unload there? We're unloading again now. Got it. I think this is going to work perfectly. Looks like we're on the last few passes here, so I'm going to go ahead and try and unload here. I'll say Coursplay's been doing an okay job, but the grain cart driver's still occasionally running into some shenanigans. That's all right. We got it under control, and yeah, we're about to finish this up here. We're going to have a little bit left over after we fill up this truck and send it on its way. Not enough for another full load, but it's getting there. This will fill up the truck though. I think the back hoppers on that truck's already full, so we're just gonna fill up the front, get him going. And the combine will be done before the truck even gets back down here, I think. Because it shouldn't take but a second to do the last round here on the short rows. And honestly, there's not that much in the field to go clean up. Usually we've got a lot of miscellaneous things we've got to go and tackle after Courseplay is done with its rounds, but I have to say, this course seemed to behave itself for the most part. I'm impressed. I can't recall if it's done a full round all by itself without interaction yet or not. So I guess we'll see if it makes it up there and back without us having to do anything here. Well, it's at least off to the races, so I know it's going to make an attempt. I'm going to run this, I'm going to leave this here. No, we're going to run down to the other end. There's nothing really to clean up on this end. There's like 3 stocks there. I'm not going to drive the combine all the way back up here to clean up 3 stocks. There is a few on the far end here, though, that I think we're going to go after, so I'm going to leave the grain cart down here somewhere like so. And we're gonna hop in here, see if we can take over from Courseplay. And I'll grab the couple on the fence line over here just because it's not that far. We're at 52.5 bushels. Let's see if all this work is even worth it. We're probably gonna get like, I don't know, my guess is less than 5 bushels doing all of this cleanup. There we go. We didn't make it to even 3 bushels. Not really worth the time, but it is what it is. We'll get the auger going out there. We'll just run the grain cart over to the combine since that's going to be faster in the grand scheme of things. And we got a whole 127 bushels here. I'm going to go ahead and just shut down the gleaner while I'm here. And we'll drive the Kubota back up to the other end of the field on the hope that our grain truck can make its way back down here with 0 interaction on our behalf. I have faith that it's going to pull this off. Popping open the map. Oh, it's coming. It's coming right now. There it is. Look at that. Well, at least something's working right, and it's booking it too. Oh, slowing down by the farm. Nice. All right. Well, no complaints. I know it's trying to drive in here to its spot. I'm going to interrupt it and just put this in there. I like how it stops and waits as soon as it detects stuff going into it. And because we just need to run this right up there, I'm going to go ahead and send it right back out on its way. We've got nothing else that we need to put in there or send up to the feed mill. We are going to need to bring that feed down to the hogs here because we are going to continue to move time forward a bit and feed our hogs out to the extent that our feed will take them and sell them off as appropriate. So we'll get that all set up here. And let's load up some pig feed. Hopefully, we've got quite a bit made. If I look at the production systems here, we've also got quite a bit of production still going on over here with the seeds and the fertilizer and everything. The feed mill, yep, we're cranking through it. We've got a lot of corn in here, and we're eating through this pig feed pretty fast, putting it into the trailer. Looks like that was all the pig feed we had made. So I'll probably hold off on driving up there. I'm going to get a full load. We've got, ooh, we're running low here. I'll go for at least a few ticks. We've got a few hours of feed left for the hogs as is. So I'm going to go ahead and bump the time forward here for us. We'll get a few hours down the road at least. And yeah, we still got some feed, but we've got a fair more amount of this pig feed ground up. So we're going to go ahead and get this trailer loaded up. I think we'll be able to max out the trailer now. There we go, 103 cubic yards. Just double checking, we've got nowhere to send our slurry, but we have 100,000 gallons of slurry. All right, so with all of that hauled, we've got the feed coming up here in a moment. We are pretty much wrapped up here with the Let's Play portion of this series. Next episode, we're going to do a little bit of a one-off episode where we sell off all of our assets, have a good old-fashioned farm auction, and get all of our stuff sold off, see what kind of money we've got, see how much debt we can pay down, and hopefully have some money left over to be able to head over to UMRV and get a good start with those assets. And so I thought it'd be fun to do a dedicated episode where we sell everything off and keep track. I'll try and do some fancy editing. We'll have the numbers up on the screen as we go for our equipment and our land and the hogs and everything like that. So we are going to do that as a one-off, and we may even do the setup for UMRV in the same. So we'll get rid of our assets, get the money, and then buy the fields and set things up on UMRV, all kind of in one single episode there. I don't know, we'll figure it out when we go to record it and edit it, but this is the final normal Let's Play episode on Farmville, North Carolina. I have to say, I have really enjoyed playing on this map. It has been an absolute blast, so a huge shout out to DR Modding for putting this map out and releasing it. It's been a blast. I don't know what else to say. Hopefully you've enjoyed this episode, you've enjoyed the series. If you have, drop a like, it helps me out a lot. And that's all for today. Kedrick out. Curious if I can make the turn here. Oh, there's no way. Oh, we're gonna take a row. Oh, poor corn. Well, now we know at least. My impatience to get the truck going just to go solve the auto drive problems is cost us a few feet of corn there, unfortunately. Oh no, we walked away and Courseplay did not figure itself out here. I suppose if the augers hadn't been up, it might have been better. Let's see if we can untangle this mess. Here we go. And we'll back this guy up and just get him going right away again. It's always something here in Farm Sim. Oh, we've made a mistake. The grain cart is set with a 6 mile an hour speed limit right now. It can't catch up to the combine.